Come on! Ending Kaiju number 8, season 2 on that cliffhanger. I know that we only had 11 episodes unlike the typical 12. But right when the stakes were getting high and I had my adrenaline rushing, we have to end the season, I wanted more. But with the few episodes we got, let's talk about it. We have our main character Kafka that ending season 1 and right at the beginning of season 2 continuing, we have him finally being released and going back to the force. Now he didn't got to go back to the third division. He was actually transferred over to the first division, which is said to be the strongest of the divisions. And we had a good spotlight at not only the first division, but how some of the other divisions work, but not all of them. We only got a real highlight how the first and the fourth division work. The second and fifth division, the way their structure, their members, how they fight, is still a mystery, at least for the viewers. But there's nothing wrong with it keeping, because introducing that too many characters could have been a detriment. So just introducing one or two new divisions to give flesh out the world building was good enough. And not only with the new divisions, let me just say that introducing all of those new members was very welcome, because they bring such a new dynamic to the formula. Some of them so hilarious, some of them just too serious, some of them have just a comedic rivalry. It was so a good perspective to give some characters even more of a personality, even though even the new ones and the old ones that we already were acquainted with. But like I said, it was a good thing that they sort of introduce all of these new characters, because from this moment onwards, the kaijus are no longer on defense. They're no longer just simply scattering around everyone for themselves, doing distraction, doing their own thing. No. Now the kaijus are organized and under Kaiju number 9. Now Kaiju number 9 in the first season, he was mostly in stealth mode. Let's say he was undercover, he had a mission. But now his goal was accomplished, and now he's on the attack. But don't worry, because actually in this second season, Kafka takes a little bit of a backseat. He did got a little bit of character development with the whole trauma that he experienced on season 1, where he accidentally, well, unwillingly let the kaiju completely take over him. He got a little bit of a trauma out of that incident, but I would say super quickly, but in a realistic amount of time, he did got over it. A little bit of character development, knowing when to act, when to step down. But in this second season, he did take a little bit of a back seat, because with the new threat looming over them by Kaiju number 9, well, obviously, Kaiju number 8 isn't going to able to do it all by himself. So we got a nice spotlight on the other members of the third division, and they all getting a little bit of, sadly not everyone, but the grand majority of the third division got an upgrade. Some of the well, obviously the one that was the some of the weaker members got a little bit of an upgrade, getting stronger. Some of that were already strong. Like, I'm not going to show you how, but the vice captain of the third division, the my dude, with the ninja skills, he got even stronger. Believe it or not, yes, it's possible. Now he not only able to withstand small kaijus. I think that right now he could actually manage to defeat even larger kaijus. But that's just Kafka and the rest of the third division. There's actually one more character that I want to talk about, and that is Shinomiya Asao, who is the father of Kikuru, who we saw in the first season. Now, he in the first season rubbed me the wrong way. I thought that he was going to be one of those I don't care how evil I have to be in order to accomplish my goals, I'm going to do them. But actually, by the way that the first season ended, how he gave Kafka a chance to overcome the whole Kaiju number 8 taking over his body, and he learning a little bit how to control it a little bit more. He did in the first season, he did earn a little bit of my respect, and I was a little bit more interested in his character. But by the end of the second season, the dude earned my respect completely. My dude was there with the character development, with the flashback with his wife and child, and the way he was right there in the front lines, giving it his all in the sacrifice of his own life to put certain kaijus out of place so that they won't endanger the rest of the populace. The dude earned my respect completely, and I cannot wait to know what's next for him, because right now we don't know if he's alive or dead. So I really wish that he managed to pull through and stay alive, because my dude, you cannot just give me a character like that with so much character development, somebody that I hated in the beginning but came to love by the end of season 2, and just take him away from me. I cannot take it. But I think that those are all of my opinions of season 2 of Kaiju number 8. So I'm going to give this anime a score of, coincidentally enough, an 8 out of 10. And I hope when we get our third season, because we how popular Kaiju number 8 is, we have to have our third season. It's still not confirmed, but man, I cannot wait for it to happen. But I hope that this time it's not 11. No, we have like a 20 something, or at the bare minimum at least the standard 12. But 11 was still just too little for me. I need my daily fix of 12 episodes. Sorry about that. But that's all I have to say for today. So have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're from, and see you next video.